The wedding weekend was supposed to be our little getaway, a break from the daily grind, away from ringing phones and crowded streets. A retreat into calm, framed by rolling emerald hills and ancient oaks, where my cousin's ceremony was set to unfold. The venue looked like something pulled from a painting, quiet, still, timeless. Jenna, my wife, had been counting down the days with childlike excitement. She'd picked our outfits long in advance, treating the event like a red carpet affair. She kept saying how much we needed this, time away from the relentless buzz of city life, a chance to reconnect, breathe slower, live softer. And honestly, I agreed. Things between us had felt stable. No arguments worth remembering, no noticeable emotional gap, just the familiar wear of long hours and fatigue. We were managing life together like most couples do. But something changed the second we arrived. It wasn't dramatic. Just a shift. A subtle undercurrent in the air, like the heavy stillness before a thunderstorm. Jenna's energy flipped almost instantly. She came alive, but not for me. She lit up for him. He was tall, self-assured in a way that didn't ask for attention but got it anyway. Strangers noticed him without trying. I didn't know who he was, but the way Jenna looked at him made it clear she did. Her eyes lingered a little too long. The way they leaned in at the bar, heads close together, told its own story. I caught glimpses, her laugh light and easy, her body angled toward his like gravity was involved. When I asked casually who he was, she brushed it off with a breezy wave of her hand. Just an old friend, she said. Nothing serious. Something from the past. But that phrase, nothing serious, got stuck in my chest. Because nothing serious doesn't explain how two people move like they share a secret. I watched the way they orbited each other the rest of the night. It was subtle, but unmistakable. Whispered words tucked into louder moments, hands grazing as they passed, their bodies always finding each other's space. It was a rhythm. One that doesn't exist between strangers. Still, I didn't say anything. It was a wedding. I wasn't going to create a scene. But deep down, something raw and instinctual knew, something was unraveling. Jenna didn't look like a woman bumping into an old acquaintance. She looked like someone finding something she'd long missed. I kept close, observing without confrontation. Until she vanished. One moment, she was laughing at a toast, champagne glass in hand. The next, her seat was empty. I gave it some time, then slipped out to look for her. The garden was empty, string lights swaying gently overhead. I checked the corners where couples had been sneaking off earlier. Nothing. Then I heard it, a low laugh I knew too well, drifting from behind the barn. I followed the sound, already bracing for what I didn't want to see but couldn't ignore. And there they were. Jenna, wrapped in his arms, kissing him like she never left him. It wasn't shy, and it wasn't innocent. This wasn't curiosity. It was history reignited, intimate, familiar, and unashamed. She kissed him like I didn't exist. I didn't cry, didn't lash out. I just stood there, hollow. Not shocked, confirmed. The sick certainty of a truth that had already crept into my bones. I turned around and walked straight back to the reception. No drama. No words. Just quiet resolve. I grabbed the keys from our table and left without a goodbye. She didn't even notice I was gone. By the time I got home, I was already filling a suitcase. Her name lit up my phone, over and over. I didn't pick up. Didn't read the messages. Let the silence answer for me. The next morning, I sent one message, 8 words. I saw you. Don't bother coming home. Then I cut every tie. Blocked her number. Deleted her from every shared account. Changed the locks. Called my lawyer. We didn't have much to divide, but what was mine stayed with me. This wasn't just walking away. It was erasing the path she thought I'd take back. She tried to reach me. Called from different numbers. Emailed apologies filled with teary pleas and tangled reasons. None of it mattered. Nothing could unsee what I saw. Nothing could soften the truth of that kiss. I didn't give her closure. No dramatic confrontation. No drawn-out conversation. Just absence. And that silence. It did what no argument ever could. It wrecked her. 2 months later, word reached me through mutual friends. The guy. He ghosted. Vanished. He wasn't looking to build anything. He was chasing a fantasy. Once he had it, he left. No explanation. No goodbye. Left Jenna hollow, abandoned, discarded. The story of what happened behind the barn didn't stay hidden for long. It trickled through whispers, grew louder with retelling. Her image started to fracture, and she couldn't glue it back together. While she spiraled, I rebuilt. I poured myself into work, pushed harder at the gym, booked flights to places no one knew my name. I started sleeping through the night again. My head cleared. My lungs felt full. Even got a promotion I'd been chasing for years. Life, once clouded, began to feel sharp again. Almost a year later, we crossed paths, mutual friends gathering. She looked older. Not in age, but in spirit. The kind of wear that heartache etches across a face. When she saw me, her smile flickered like a dying light. She opened her mouth to speak. I gave a cold nod and walked past her. That moment was all she got. No elaborate revenge. No public fallout. Just reality. The weight of her own decisions closing in. She shattered everything with one kiss. And all I did was let her live with it, without me. In the silence I left behind, every truth echoed louder than words ever could.